Talk about the 4 players who are linked with joining Kaizer Chiefs, and 2 of these players have been on the list before, but now a reputable source has reported that these 2 moves might be happening after all. Scratch that. 4. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Delo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Let's start with the obvious issue, which is the fact that Edmilson Dove is out injured, and even if he did come back from an injury, he would probably get injured again. Bongani Sam is always injured. Bradley Cross, we've watched him play, and some of us have agreed that maybe he's better as a backup player, which then puts Kaizer Chiefs in a very difficult situation whereby they have to go and get a left back. And according to Mazola Mlefe, he reports that Kaizer Chiefs have inquired open talks with Stellenbosch to get Ufawaz Basadin. Yeah, I know, we've been here before, and we saw that Ufawaz Basadin, it was impossible to get him. Except that I checked transfer market again, and last I checked, I think the contract had said it ends in 2026. Checked again, and it says it ends in 2025, which means although the market value yake is 20 million rands, since his contract is ending in 6 months in any case, Kaizer Chiefs could find a way to negotiate. Scratch that, because he did sign a new contract last year Feb, which means we really don't know when this guy's contract actually ends. We will wait and see, I guess, because right now Kaizer Chiefs find themselves in a very difficult situation. Whenever they are trying to attack, they are using one side and we become predictable, because the only side that we have a player on, or depth to a point, we play the ball on the right where there's Frosler and Duba. And if those two are not playing and they're deciding not to play on that day, then we're screwed, because if Usirino's not there on the left as well, then we're just screwed. So now Chiefs are in a very, very tight situation, and they might have to come up with plans and be creative. And also, obviously, with the situation of Fawaz Basadin, you might see Chiefs having to sell some players. And one of those players who could even be offered in a swap deal of sorts is Utatea Honeti, just to throw it in there, because we've seen him playing in the previous games as a left back. But what he also does is he takes up a foreign spot. So letting Tatua Honeti go to Stellenbosch and adding some money could be a thing that could work for Chiefs, because one, Stellenbosch will get an experienced player who can also play in the left back position, and Stellenbosch already have a left back, which is Omega Mdaga, but they also have a backup to him, and now they'll have Utitloko as a centre back, but who can also play as a left back. It's kind of a win-win situation, because if you keep Utitloko, you're gonna just put him on the bench. I don't know. You can even send Simang on that side. There are a lot of options. Even Abu Koenig, I'm not going to tell them how to negotiate. Anyways, the next target that we're going to talk about is Oswin Apolis. Once again, Mazola Mlefe said on Soccer Zone that Chiefs had inquired about Oswin Apolis. He did not say the talks are open and he's going to be signed by Chiefs. Even offered a very clear warning. Hey guys, it's just an inquiry. It's not necessarily a signing. So, what do we know about Oswin Apolis? We know that his contract ends in June 2026 and there's an option to extend. We know that his market value is 15 million rands, and we know that his performances keep on getting better and better, especially for Bafana. And we also know that his owner, well, no one owns the person, but the owner of the club that Apolis plays for could hold out and say, you know what, I do not want to sell my player, I will wait. And if he waits, and then Bafana goes to AFCON, and they extend it, and he plays very well in AFCON, that means Bafana will now be in a situation whereby they are showing off Oswin Apolis, and teams from abroad will see this kid playing very well, and then his team can just trigger that extension to 2027, and teams that want to sign him will have to pay a lot of money. So that's the calculation that the Polokwane City chairman is doing right now. Because I also think that we might have been fooled, because there were a lot of talks towards the end of December, although I trust Unplayable because they are a reputable source, when they said that Pirates could be signing both Apolis and Matuludi. But there's been nothing, and we know that Pirates usually do their moves much earlier on in the window. But now it seems like something is holding up that move. And if that move does not materialize, then that leaves the Chiefs in a pole position to sign up Osuna Police. And did I mention they are desperate, and his current market value is 15 million rands. So if we just say Basadin's contract ends in June, we'll talk about the whole money that Chiefs will have to spend by the end of the video. But by the way, please do make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Target number 3, Rubén del Campo. It sounds like he is South American, but he's actually not. He is actually Swiss. He's from Switzerland. He will be turning 25 in Feb, which means he's currently 24, and he is without a club. Now, when we talk about this player, very obviously the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that, oh wait, are we getting ourselves another Nukovic? Because last time we went to Europe, we got ourselves a Nukovic. Could this be another situation? That makes me think, yeah, that could be that situation. And I know I already saw even the videos of him scoring goals and all of that stuff. But you know, when you watch those videos on YouTube, here on YouTube, they are highlights. They are not showing us what the player does every other time in the game. So I'm not going to get excited over the highlights that I saw on YouTube. I'm going to be positive about him coming to Chiefs if really they scouted him and they did not watch highlights on YouTube and get convinced that he's a good player. So I hope that's the case, because what I saw when I was looking through his profile on transfer markets is the fact that, look at this, I'm going to show you on the screen. You see how it happens, like free transfer in his last 2 transfers, and then there was end of a loan, free transfer. It's just, I don't want to say messy, but it looks like he's not really setting the things on fire. He's not an in-demand person. But then again, we know that the level in Europe is much higher than the level in South Africa. So this guy was developed by Atletico Madrid, a very good team. So knowing that it was developed by Atletico Madrid and knowing that he's playing in Europe, it gives you hope that, yeah, maybe his basics is definitely probably much better than Abu Dupri in how he does things. So one can only hope that he is solid in those regards. So there are also talks that there are offers in Denmark, in Portugal, and Italy. And if you see my notes, I wrote blah blah blah, because I mean, why have they not signed him if there are those offers? Because he would have gone there if those offers made sense. So Kaizer Chiefs do seem like they're in pole position, and this story was reported by Itiski Times. And there's a genius in the comment section who's gonna say, anyways, let's talk about the 4th and final player on this list, and that is Jonathan Sowah. If there are any Ghanaian people watching this, if I pronounce that wrong, forgive me, my fellow African brothers. So he's a Ghanaian striker who's turning 25 on the 9th. It's the 7th today when I record this video. So on the 9th of January, he will be turning 25. He's currently playing in Libya, and his contract ends in December 2025, this year that we are in. So his market value was 4 million rands. But look at this. Let me show you this again. You see how his market value just moves from 4 million to 0? I don't understand, because they're saying that his contract ends in 2025, but all of a sudden his market value is 0. How does that even happen? Anyways, this is reported by a less trustworthy source, which is Isoka Latuma. But anyways, they are reporting that he is linked with Kaizer Chiefs, and actually not linked, he's been offered to Kaizer Chiefs. And he's been offered by scouts that have worked with Kaizer Chiefs before. So Kaizer Chiefs, this is nonsense, because it says that Kaizer Chiefs are going to send an offer. I'm like, what offer? They've not even assessed him. They're just gonna trust those scouts blindly. I don't believe that. I don't believe this. It could happen, but I just don't believe it. Anyways, what do you guys think? But do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals al pelumoy.